Curdhos here from Hos Gear. Today I'm shooting a video on how I actually got to the point where I could do chin-ups. Now, if you guys have seen any of my videos in the last few months, you see I've posted a bunch of videos of me actually doing chin-ups, different grips, different variations, and how this to me was a huge bucket list. I always wanted to do chin-ups, but again, I was a heavier guy, and I felt that because I was too heavy, I couldn't do them. Truth is, I didn't work on them properly. So I just decided one day I'm going to do these things. And I started doing some of the earlier videos on 335, 340. I'm down to about 315 now. I'm going to show you how I do a few of them raw, as I call them, with no help. But then I'm going to show you how I use bands to actually start to build up the strength, endurance, and technical aspect to do these. So anybody can get chin-ups going. It's just using the right tools to do it, right? So here we go. Usually start with a narrow grip. I'm going to do a few today, so I'm only doing sets of 2 and 3. But full range of motion, all the way up, all the way down, being able to see over the bar. That was huge for me to get to that point. And then I'll play with the different grips. As you see the bar I have here, I've got narrow, a little wider, wider, and then on the outside. The wider it goes, the more on the outside, the more difficult they get. I like to start in the middle, warm things up a little bit, take 2 or 3 minutes between sets. Usually there's a few of us doing this, and go on to the next set, a little wider. Change the grip a bit. Step down, walk it off. I like to make sure that I'm doing it somewhere that I've got full range so I can really hang down. Sometimes we're using, if you have a power rack that's shorter, you can bend your knees, but then there's always the tendency to want to touch. We don't want to do that. But we don't want to be 10 feet in the air either, so we're afraid of falling 4 feet as well. So try to find something. I have a little step up here that I use. So that's a little bit of a wider grip. And I train these grips using the bands as well so that I got better. So one of the problems I find people run into, and for myself when doing chin-ups, is that it's hard to get stronger at something when you can't do one. It's hard to get technically better when you can't do one. So I'm going to show you in a few minutes how I use bands, and the amount of band we use, the thickness, how many we use, is based on me being able to get 3 to 5 reps. So I want to use enough bands that I can get 3 to 5 reps so I can build some endurance. I can work the area, but I can also get some technique in. I can start teaching the body how it's supposed to be. You can do all the pull downs in the world, the lat pull downs, the back work, and that's great, but nothing is like a chin-up other than a chin-up, right? If you're in a gym, and now with the whole pandemic crap, most of us aren't in gyms, you can use the chin assist, and that's a really cool machine as well too, but not every gym has them, and right now a lot of people are training from home. So I'm going to show you how to do it with the bands. I'm going to go a little wider. And as you see, like I said earlier, the wider the grip, the more challenging it becomes. I have to say that since I've been doing chins in the last 6 months, really working it, my back is more developed than it's ever been, stronger than it's ever been. Translates onto the bench, onto the other back workout. It's a great back exercise, and everyone should do it. I know a lot of pros out there that swear by it. In fact, they incorporate it all the time. One of the things we start doing is every second workout, we're warming up with chins anyway, just to get that in there, get that rhythm, and make it to the point where they just get easier and easier and easier, much like push-ups overall. So I'll take another minute break. As you can see, it's hard work. I'm breathing because I am still pulling 315 pounds, and this is a difficult exercise. So that's why a lot of people struggle with it or can't do it, because it is tough. The last one I'm going to do is on the outside grip. Some people call some of these pull-ups, chin-ups. I use the same term. I don't get caught up on it. Find the one you can do, build your strength and endurance on it, and then start increasing the difficulty factor. This one for me is the toughest one. On the outside, the width. A little more stress on the shoulders as well, but I like it overall. So, just because I wanted to show you guys I can do chin-ups, and they're good. They're getting better. In training, I'll usually work anywhere between 4 to 8. Sometimes I'll do 3 sets. Sometimes I'll do 10 sets of 3. I like to manipulate like I would any other strength exercise. But my goal is to be able to do 10 to 12 of these in one shot. So, like I was saying earlier, if you have trouble doing them, because A, you weight more than you can pull, or technically you're not good at it, or you're not strong enough, we need to get into a chin-up position. So I like using these bands. Now, a lot of you guys haven't seen these bands. You get them at all fitness stores, and most fitness stores have them in stock. They're all about the same length. They vary in the width, and the wider they are, the more stretch or pull or assistance you're going to get. So quite simply, take a band, go to the area that you're working, throw it in. A little easier said than done usually. Pull it through. Okay. And like anything with the band, guys, make sure whatever you attach it to is solid, because if not, it's going to come flying at you at 1,000 miles an hour, right? And then hit you in the nethers, in the face, whatever. So loop it through, nice and solid. And at this point, what I'm going to do is either put my knee through it or put my foot through it. If I stretch it all the way down and get my foot through it, I'm going to get a lot more help. If I stretch it down and put my knee through it, right? We'll back this box up a little bit. A little bit of a juggling act sometimes. Push it through, get my knee through it. I like to hook my foot behind the knee. And at that point, I'm just going to hang, and then I'm going to pull. As you can see, I can get much more height, much more reps, but still work. When I'm done, find the box. And when I go to release, I like to grab the sides of the bands so it doesn't come up and snap me in the pills or in the face. Guys, that's it. If you need more bands, take another band, wrap it up besides it, pull it down, and then when you put them through, you grab them both, and you put them through. It's a little more resistance. At the fight, I can't even do it. But as you can imagine, you have that much more tension and pull, pulling you up. As you can see, even though I did 5 or 6 there, I'm still breathing, so I'm still working. But here's what's happening. I'm doing the exercise, so technically I'm getting better. I'm getting 5 or 6 reps in, so I'm also building strength and conditioning at the same time. Technically getting better and stronger doing the specific exercise. So like anything, if we want to get better at a movement, we want to try and do different variations of that movement, but as specific as possible. Now, if someone wants to build that up, I would say 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, especially on back day. On a back day, I do that first. That's my warm-up. Then we go into the back exercises. And what I love about that is that after doing a series of chins, the rest of the back exercises feel a lot easier, but they're also pre-exhausted, there's blood flow in there, they're ready to rock. It's a much better back workout because of that. Your biceps will improve as well because biceps are involved in the pulling, depending on the angle. If you're more neutral grip, you get more bicep. If you go outer, right, and bring the hands out, you get less, but they're still involved. So it's a great way to warm up the biceps, going into a bicep exercise as well, right? But seriously, this is how I did it 3 times a week. Worked on it, worked on it, worked on it. When I could do it with this band, it got easier. I went to a narrower band. When that got easier, I went to a narrower band and just kept going until I would do 2 or 3 sets and I would try one raw, as I call it. They were ugly, but they got better, and they got better, and they got better. Now, 330, 340 when I started, 315, are they easier because I'm lighter? Yes, but I mean, I've seen, you know, small guys and girls don't have the strength or the technique to do chin-ups either, so it's not always just about how much weight you're pulling. It's about how strong you are in that movement and about technically getting better. You hit this 3 times a week, use the bands, minimum 5 reps, right? Make sure you're getting 5 reps with the bands. If you're getting 8, it's a little too much band. Reduce the band, right? If you can do 5s, 3 to 5, perfect. Do 5 sets. And then take a couple days off, hit it again, hit it again, hit it again. Technically, as you get better, as the body knows what it's doing, and it lines up better, you're going to get an extra rep or 2. As you get stronger, you're going to get an extra rep or 2. The next thing you know, you're doing it without them. And guys, that's it. Really, that's it. Simple. I've worked with tons of clients in the trainings, in the gym and stuff like that, and I've had 400-pound, 450-pound people who do bands. We just get enough bands around their knee. We've got some people around to support, and you know what? They're hitting chin-ups, pull-ups, and that's how we do it. So if you have any questions, message me on the video, email me, curdhos@gmail.com, but it's that straightforward. But the major thing you have to do, and that was the biggest thing for me of all this stuff, put the technique aside, put the know-how, the equipment aside, whatever it is, I just decided that I was going to get better at chin-ups. I just decided that that was a goal and I was going to go after it. So mentally, mindset-wise, it's the biggest key. Stop thinking I can't do a chin-up, right? Start thinking I'm going to do a chin-up and here's how I'm going to do it. I'll talk to you guys later.